All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking the career of Anne Widdecombe. She's a woman whose, frankly, remarkably direct style and completely unforgettable personality made her one of the most recognizable and polarizing faces in British public life. I mean, you really have to ask yourself, how does one single voice manage to echo so loudly in the heavily crowded space of British politics? We're going to explore exactly how Widdecombe, armed with famously uncompromising opinions, consistently managed to command both the legislative room and the television screen. So, here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with her recognizable public face, track her entry into British politics, really dig into her deep influence on major legislative debates surrounding crime and justice, explore her pivot to a unique television personality, and then evaluate her lasting political legacy.
Starting us off, Section 1, a recognizable public face.
Now, for decades, Anne Widdecombe was an absolute fixture in British public life. In a political world where public figures, often hedge their bets or dodge the question, she was defined by an incredibly direct style and a total refusal to mince her words. It was this specific, completely unfiltered personality that ensured she consistently cut right through the noise and captured the public's attention. Moving right along to Section 2, entering British politics. Born in the historic city of Bath back in 1947, her early environment shaped a trajectory that would lead straight to the heart of British governance. The real pivotal moment arrived in 1987. That's when she officially entered the House of Commons as a Conservative MP, kicking off a wildly eventful career that would eventually spill right over into the national media. Over her many years in Parliament, she built this formidable reputation as an MP who literally never backed down. She was known for incredibly firm views and a genuine, steadfast willingness to speak openly on difficult, often highly contentious issues that a lot of other politicians, frankly, preferred to avoid. She vocalized staunchly traditional stances on everything from abortion to the death penalty. Okay, Section 3, debates on crime and justice. This is absolutely crucial to her story. See, Widdecombe wasn't just quietly observing from the backbenches. When we analyze her actual influence on major British legislative debates, her name is consistently and deeply tied to intense discussions on crime, justice, and social issues. Serving as Minister of State for Prisons and later as Shadow Home Secretary, she actively drove major legislative debates on zero-tolerance policing and prison reform. She applied that unapologetic style of hers to actually shape the arguments and direct policy right from within the government. And it really comes back to this idea, a willingness to speak openly on difficult issues. Regardless of where you might stand on the political spectrum, her legislative record shows a politician who tackled complex justice policies completely head-on. That distinct willingness to confront challenging topics is exactly what made her such a highly influential force within those major British legislative debates. Which brings us to Section 4, a unique television personality. Let's look at this incredible pivot because it's a real game changer. On one side, we have the politician, operating in the Commons with firm, unyielding views. But on the other side, we have a figure who leveraged that exact same uncompromising style to completely conquer mainstream television. Whether she was engaging in fierce debate on documentaries or, surprisingly, donning sequins for reality shows like Strictly Come Dancing, her unforgettable demeanor made her a highly recognizable face to a totally new audience, far beyond the walls of Westminster. Finally, we arrive at Section 5, a lasting political legacy. Whether you strongly agreed with her policy stances or fiercely opposed them, you really can't deny her impact. She left a massive, lasting mark on British public life. Her multifaceted career, from navigating complex, highly charged legislative debates on justice, all the way to commanding a television studio, it shows us exactly how one person's distinct presence can fundamentally shape the tone of public conversations for decades. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a somewhat provocative thought. When we look at figures who transition so fluidly from shaping national laws and legislative chambers to entertaining us on our TV screens, we've got to ask, does a memorable personality ultimately outlast actual political policy? It's a fascinating intersection of personality, politics, and the media. Thanks so much for joining me today, and definitely keep asking those big questions.